Hey guys, PigBenis, how's everybody doing? We're here on Planet Calypso. We're gonna go out of 4 areas, and you've seen this area before. We've been here plenty of other videos. So we're rolling with the level 7, the F-105. I'm just gonna do a quick little run here. We're gonna answer some questions. Actually, we're not gonna answer questions. We're gonna go over comments from the 150 pet giveaway video that you guys had put, because I had asked you to, about maybe some changes in mining. And well, there's some really good changes, and we're gonna go over that. But first, I want to talk a little bit about Planet Toulon, because I did say in my last Entropia video that I would cover that. So I just wanna give you pretty much my thoughts on it after being there for a day or two, going over, doing those videos and everything else. First, my initial impression was very good. It was very optimistic about the planet. I did like the lush green atmosphere. It was a lot more than I was expecting. I was kind of expecting like a desert biome of some sort, maybe with the pyramids and everything else. But you know, that's just kind of my narrow-minded thought on, you know, that whole scenario, that whole themed planet. But I was actually pleasantly surprised on what I did see. A lot of water, the dam, you know, the interesting different types of creatures, and Pride Rock that we went up to and everything else. So yeah, I mean, aesthetically I think it's very pleasing, it's very nice, and I did enjoy that part of Planet Toulon. I really did. What I didn't like, and what I didn't really cover in those couple of first impression videos, was one, the whole vehicle thing. At first I'm like, alright, I can understand why they're doing this. You can't use your vehicles on Planet Toulon other than to fly in and fly out of the planet within this tiny little area that's pretty much like walled off by this green or blue light or whatever. It's okay, because like I get why they did it, because they want to make the planet seem larger than it actually is. It's one server. It's tiny. It's so tiny. It almost makes you wonder what they were developing in a way. Like, I understand that they had a bunch of mobs and everything else to do, and different items, but there's not a whole heck of a lot there just yet. And this planet's been under development for a couple of years now, hasn't it? I mean, I seem to remember looking at news at least a year or so. The development team is rather large for a little project like that. I say little, like I know. I don't honestly know what it entails. I can imagine it's a lot of work, but at the same time, I don't know, man. You know? That being said, alright, the vehicles, it sucked after a while. You're there, you're running from place to place, and then there's a couple places that I just could not get to because the mob density was so high. And I didn't have a gun. I wasn't about to buy a gun. There wasn't much on auction to choose from, because it is still a budding planet. Like, I get that. But I don't know why they would have had the mob density like sky high, pretty much. Maybe because they did anticipate a lot of new players coming in and, you know, taking a peek and hunting and doing whatever. Damn, my hit rate's really good so far. We'll see if it stays up. Oh, by the way, let me just pause on Planet Toulon. This area's got some typo. If you're lucky, it has Dianthus. I haven't hit Dianthus yet today, so I don't know if it's spawning, so I don't know if we'll hit it, but hopefully we'll get a decent amount of typo and gas, and that's really why I'm in this particular area right now. You might be able to find some Derulium, but we'll see. So yeah, the whole vehicle thing, I mean, once that point where I couldn't really get to some areas on the planet because the mob density was so high, I mean, and I could have probably spent an extra 20 or 30 minutes running around the mob spawns, but I'm just like, you know, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not, you know. First off, at that period of time, it just kind of became like a grind, like just somewhat of a bore, and yeah, I was kind of over it by then. I'm just like, damn, I wish I brought a teleportation chip, or just kind of jump a spawn with a vehicle, and that wasn't happening. So anyway, the other thing is, man, it's a lot. It's a big issue, I think, with the planet partners, and I think it's an issue why most of them aren't successful. I mean, we've seen Arcadia, and I seem to think that has a relative meter of success. There's a bunch of people there. It has usually over 100 pages of auction, which is pretty much the most successful planet outside of Calypso. And Calypso has anywhere from 900 to a little over 1,000 auction pages. So you can see Calypso is really the planet to be on. It's always been like that. It's going to be hard to get people off this planet, I think, because that's what people are familiar with. People want to do what they're familiar with. Change is uncomfortable for humans. You know, psychologically it is. It's nice to see different planets, but at the same time, you always have this calling to go home. Like, even myself, I always kind of want to go back to Calypso and see what's going on, and maybe drop some amps and probes and whatnot. And at the same time, I do love Arcadia, but I just can't stay there for weeks on end for some reason. Whereas Calypso, I could. And then, you know, there's hell. So it's kind of like you go on vacation to these other planets. That's what it feels like. Like you want to go to Cyrene and vacation with the robots and whatever's going on there. Next Island for ancient Greece, Rocktropia for hell, and it's Planet Toulon doesn't have one of those aspects yet. It doesn't have, say, like a calling card per se, and I know it's new, and I'm going to keep on saying that. It's a brand new planet. They haven't developed it fully. You know, the features aren't fully there, but maybe they should have been. In retrospect, look what happened with Cyrene. I firmly believe Cyrene was launched a bit too early. Cyrene, ooh, an unknown. Cyrene was, I'm gonna say it's Cumbers or something. Cyrene was kind of buggy at first. It was hard to get into. It was, you know, you would clip through. Yeah, oh, look at that. Shit. Cumbers. It was it wasn't really quite there. Now, had Cyrene held off a few more months, and like if you go to Cyrene right now, it's almost like a fully fleshed out planet. It really is. Like, it has a bunch of crafting stuff. It has a bunch of weapons and stuff. And if you haven't realized, you could loot unlimited weapons there. I hope I didn't give out a big secret there. I think I'm actually a few months late, but I'm still sure if you go hunting on Cyrene, you'll have a decent chance, or I'll say even a better chance, to loot an unlimited weapon there than you will pretty much any of the other planets, except for maybe Rocktropia. I don't know. But so yeah, I mean, Toulon doesn't really have much as far as a vacation factor, or maybe even like a steady player base, because there's just not much there. It's really nothing of a planet. Planet location, which is really why I kind of got into this this topic. It's terrible. It's terrible, and I almost feel as though Planet Toulon is doomed, almost from the start. And I didn't want to say anything in the first impressions video, because I've noticed that a lot of those first impression videos, you know, maybe covered a new game or a new planet within Entropia, or you know, after my first impression Monria video, I'm just like, I should go easier, a little bit easier, because they get so many views. They really do. I mean, that first Planet Toulon video has over 700 views at first, or right now, I should say. They'll get thousands of views within a couple of months. So people are watching. I don't really want to hurt the developer in any way and say, "Oh, this planet sucks," you know. So that's kind of why we're talking about the bad things right now. The planet location, just to finish this up, is terrible. It's way the fuck out in right field. It really is. It took me 45 minutes to Calypso, or actually no, it took more than 45 minutes from Calypso to get to Planet Toulon. Traveling across space, which is PvP. Now, I haven't seen a pirate in months, so maybe I'm lucky, I just don't know. but I haven't. And I guess it could be my gameplay hours are completely different than what they used to be too. So 45 minutes or plus, you know, to Planet Toulon. It's way out there. It's a hell of a travel. It's not something I really want to do again. To be brutally honest, I don't want to spend 45 minutes either AFKing or sitting behind the keyboard watching videos when I could be playing a game. But if you guys follow me for a while, you'll know that that's always been a big problem with me. Space has always been a big problem with me. Large lapses of time have been a big problem with me. And I think with a lot of us it is. Now, they've invested so much into space. They being, you know, Minarch and man, they put out motherships which are worth thousands of dollars, all these different ships, you know, this whole entire area which you can hunt and PvP and everything else. But I fucking hate it. I really do. Like, that's my honest opinion about space. I think it's such a waste of time. Now, in my opinion, I think they should offer some sort of teleportation service. I mean, right, this is Entropia. We're in the future, thousands of years, or whatever the history is. I'm not even going to go into it, but why can't we have a teleportation service on Calypso or any other planet that goes just like a section of the planet that has teleports to other planets? Or at the very least have a central location, maybe put it even in space or outside of the planet. Who knows, you know? I'm just trying to think of different ways, because right now I cannot see a lot of people flying to Planet Toulon. It's just there's not much to see there right now, and it's way too far away. And first impressions are everything. They really are. Like I said with Siren right now is like fully fleshed out planet. It's great. It really is. But there's not too many players there because their initial impression of the planet wasn't that hot. And like you could even go on, like if you're on Calypso, go on the auction and look at Siren's auction. What is it, 13 pages, maybe 30? I think the last time I was there, they had 22 pages of auctions. That's not going to get you anywhere. It really isn't, especially if you go there to mine or hunt, you know, because chances are there's not going to be much orders there. You know, you're not going to be able to rotate your pet as quickly as, say, like Calypso or Arcadia or even Entropia. So they need something awesome at Planet Toulon, and quite on, they should have just released it later. I mean, really, what was the rush? What were they going for? Now, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go back in, like, who knows, maybe 6 months, maybe 3 months, but it's going to be a couple months from now. And then I'm going to give it one more try, and I'm going to take a look. If it is worth taking another look at by the time I go back, then maybe I'll do a few more videos there. Like, say Siren, I went back, and every time I go back, there's something more there, and there's something more there. So it's worth my time to go back to Siren, as long as players are there and enjoying it. This, you know, the same reason why I go to Entropia and Arcadia, and it's the same reason I never go to Next Island, and I've never done a video or even a full video on Next Island. I've never done a video on Next Island because there's, quite honestly, there's nothing there. And it is, at this point in time, it's abandoned by its developer. So, I just want to mention the thing on Entropia. The thing on Entropia, and I'm not even going to be able to get to the comments on the modding system. I'll have to do another video, guys. Sorry about that. Because this amp is just about done. So it is, actually. What am I saying? It's done. I haven't even paid attention. Alright. Here we are. We're back at Fort Ares. What the fuck am I... Oh, trade. There we go. What the hell's wrong with my camera? Okay. I just want to see. We level 7 with 30 probes, 170 ped we're looking for. So 157.61. We had an awesome hit rate. I gotta say that right now. We did a decent amount of gas. Let's refine some of it. How much? 33.75. Nice market value. I get like 125% for that. Cumbers. Market value 111. So that's always the bastard child, isn't it? Cumbers. 54 ped. Wow. Unfortunately, it's the wrong the wrong resource. Some typo. 147. Actually, it's just about break even. Anyway, guys, hey, thanks for watching. I'll pick this up in the next video. We'll get to the comments. Please like, subscribe if you haven't yet done so, and I'll see you in the next vid.